This article piqued my interest. Blood libel. Critics say Trump-Vance racist attacks stoking chaos in Springfield, Ohio. Trump and Vance are trying to start a race riot, said one New York Times columnist. For the second consecutive day on Friday, schools in Springfield, Ohio were forced to close after receiving bomb threats as the city remained the center of a political firestorm after Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump, his running mate Senator J.D. Vance, and other prominent Republicans have spread unproven rumors and racist smears about Haitian migrants in the city. A spokesperson for the school district said Perrin Woods Elementary School, Snow Hill Elementary School, and Cliff Park High School were among public buildings that were forced to evacuate, and Roosevelt Middle School administrators closed the school for the day based on information received from the Springfield Police Department. Other city businesses also ground to a halt as the Bureau of Motor Vehicles and the Ohio License Bureau Southside received emailed threats. Police said that they were working to determine the source of the threats. On Thursday, Springfield Mayor Rob Rue said that the nature of the bomb threat came in via email, made it clear that it was a hateful response to immigration in our town. Hours after Rue said that it was frustrating when national politicians on the national stage mischaracterize what is actually going on and misrepresent our community, Vance persisted in spreading bigoted misinformation on the social media platform X, which was J.D. Vance tweeting out this. In Springfield, Ohio, there's been a massive rise in communicable diseases, rent prices, car insurance rates, and crime. This is what happens when you drop 20,000 people in a small community. Kamala Harris's immigration policy aims to do this to every town in our country. Hold up. Yeonmi Park. Meme chat bubble. Okay. Chat bubble meme. One second, guys. I'm cooking something up. These darn web peas. How do we? No. No. Excellent. Wait, where did I put the... Excellent. It's worse than Yeonmi Park. It's verbatim Hitler shit. Uh-oh. From the Holocaust Museum, during the years of the Nazi regime, German doctors argued that Jews spread diseases. Reflecting common themes in Nazi propaganda, these medical professionals repeatedly pushed the false claim that Jews were responsible for outbreaks of typhus, a deadly contagious disease spread by lice. A shocking development. No, it couldn't be that. It couldn't be that they're trying to use Nazi rhetoric. No. No. Hold up. How do I... Guys. Okay. I'm cooking up a meme. Let me cook for a second. All right. I wanted to play this video for you guys, which kind of talks about how this shit even came to be, because it's kind of really sad and I feel really bad for Haitians because they like absolutely did not deserve this. But hey, why not? Uh, this CNN video looked interesting to me. CNN visits a town where Trump falsely claimed migrants are eating pets. Here's
Your
what we
reaction
found.
tonight in the wake of a debate talking point last night about Springfield, Ohio, which we should say right off the bat is not supported by any evidence that we or really anyone has been able to find.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
He's talking about black people, Haitian migrants. And yes, that actually happened last night in a presidential debate. The former president amplifying a claim going around in right-wing media. He's also been citing the death of an 11-year-old Springfield boy last year when a Haitian driver, now in prison, hit the school bus he was riding in. Here's what the father, Nathan, said last night at a public meeting.
They have spoken my son's name and used his death for political gain. This needs to stop now. They can vomit all the hate they want about illegal immigrants, the border crisis, and even untrue claims about fluffy pets being ravaged and eaten by community members. However, they are not allowed, nor have they ever been allowed to mention Aiden Clark from Springfield, Ohio.
Well, tonight, Aiden Clark's dad built on his remarks, saying in a statement, the attention brought to our case in the last few weeks is 100% politically motivated. We've been grieving for over a year now, so why are you suddenly concerned? Politics. More on the politics of that and the related theories, conspiracy theories about house pets from CNN's Omar Jimenez.
When you hear allegations of Haitians eating dogs and cats and taking them off the street and stealing them from people's yards, what is your reaction when you hear that?
It was shocking to me, honestly, because
Before we get into that really quickly, okay, I got it. Excellent. What do you guys think? I made this myself. Smile. I made this macaroni art just myself, all myself. They say if you retweet this post or you like it, something crazy happens. I don't want to spoil the fun. Okay, let's go back to the
the
video.
first question I asked myself, where in the world do people are eating pets?
Viles Dorsonville is the head of the Haitian Community Help and Support Center in Springfield, Ohio. He came to the United States about 4 years ago from Haiti, and he hasn't just questioned the nature of the recent rumors, he's questioned what they will do to his community.
It's just like xenophobia, it's just like bigotry, discrimination, and racist. And they do not normally take time to see the impact that can have on the mental health of the immigrants fleeing the country from all kind of chaos.
To be clear, former President Donald Trump's claims are not supported by evidence. In a statement to CNN, a spokesperson for the city of Springfield said there have been no credible reports or specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community. But all of this has also come as part of a very real surge in Haitian population in Springfield.
We have realistically been saying 12 to 15,000 immigrants is what we have counted through the health department and other agencies.
And they are here legally under the immigration parole program. Once here, immigrants are then eligible to apply for temporary protected status. Haitian temporary protected status was recently extended and redesignated for Haiti, mainly due to violent anarchy in the country. But the total population of Springfield is around 58,000, so that's around 25% Haitian, and the growing pains in the community have not always been easy. State officials say it's stressing resources.
That obviously represents a massive increase based upon percentage of the population in Springfield. It is unprecedented in such a short period of time. Federal government simply has to be part of the solution. They have to step up. It is their policies that have created these surges.
The influx of Haitians has also manifested itself in other ways, including a tragedy. Specifically, in 2023, when 11-year-old Aiden Clark was killed in a Springfield bus crash, one that involved a Haitian immigrant who had a driver's license that was not valid in Ohio, as reported by the New York Times. Aiden's father declined to speak on camera, but as others have posted about the tragedy recently, he told CNN in a statement, "We just want our family out of the news and for Aiden to not be mentioned in regards to politics." Putting aside
Tchotchke, thank you for the tier 1.
any unverified
Thank you,
theories about cats and dogs, Vilbrin Dorsonville, also Haitian, says he understands the criticisms about the strain on resources caused by the influx of immigrants.
I agree with these people.
But he also painted a harsh reality.
If it was not for a matter of death or life in my country, it would be better to get back.
This is like a concept that Americans cannot seem to understand, that immigrants do not want to leave their country. They leave their country most of the time because they have to, because they feel like they need to, and because they want a better life for their children. This is like Americans, they're so America-brained and they think America is the best country on the planet. And they're so delusional about how great America is. They think people come here because it's great. No, people come to the United States because usually we fucked up their country. All right, thank you so much for the 20 months. To be clear, there are obviously also instances where there are like asylum seekers where there wasn't U.S. intervention, but that's like on the rarer side. But people don't want to leave their countries. Talk to any immigrant. Literally, talk to any immigrant, and they'll tell you, if I could go back home and live a good life back home, I would. Talk to any Iranian.
Lady D, you truck girl 9.
Questionable. Thank you for the 14 months. My electrolysis lady that I go to, she's Iranian. And we got into a political conversation as she's like fucking blasting my eyebrows. I'm just like unimaginable pain. She's talking to me about her experience having to flee Iran because of everything relating to the Shah, etc. And her, like many, many, many other immigrants will say, I wish I could go back home. I miss it. I really miss my country. But there's no home for me there. There's definitely no home for my kids there. There's nothing there for me. 90 Day Fiancé showed me long ago how bad Americans treat folks from other countries. Yeah. But I talked to an old white guy at the grocery store and he said otherwise. Yeah. And I can assure you, Haitians feel the same way. Why do you think there are still Ukrainians living in Ukraine? Why do you think that there are still videos of people? There's like, how many instances has it happened that live streamers living in Ukraine suddenly have like a bomb hit like the building next to them? Why do you think those people are still living there? It's because they don't want to leave, because they want to stay in their country, because that's their country. Nobody wants to be forced to relocate their entire life, have to learn a new language, learn a new culture, when they already like their language, they already like their culture, they like their food, they already like everything that they have. And that's why people will stay. So the very few people that don't, the very few people that uproot their entire life, know that they are doing it with great pain, and that if they could go back home, they would, to a place where they have family, they have friends, they know the culture, they know the language well, they don't have to come here and be insulted for not speaking English right. You're not speaking American correct. No, correct is never, they would never say correct, I'm sorry. Like, it's just stupid. It's just stupid. It's really stupid. Good save, yeah. You're not speaking American goodly. Yeah. But it's just, they don't understand this. They literally just don't understand this concept.
And that's also something we heard from another Haitian immigrant who spoke at that city council meeting, saying that she estimates most Haitians would want to go back if it were not for the crisis there right now. Now, since we've been here in Springfield, no one we've spoken to, we haven't gotten any confirmation of pets being eaten or pets being taken to be served as food. But we did run down another video claim that the former president shared on social media last night about a separate incident, not in Springfield, of a woman who allegedly ate a cat. Now, we followed up with the police lieutenant in Canton where this allegedly happened, and they also told us they have no evidence to believe that that person was not a U.S. citizen instead of what they've been described online as Haitian. Doesn't seem to be the case.
More minutes. Thanks very much. Back now with the panel. We all heard that, Trump had these social, kind of very far right extremists, some quite zany, MAGA influencers on the plane with him.
Also, wasn't she having a psychotic episode? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They had been putting out these photographs. To hear him, a former president of the United States, at this crucial debate, in his moment of meltdown because she'd criticized his crowd size and suggested that people were bored of him, go to that Black people, Haitian migrants, are eating dogs and cats. I found it shocking.
Really?
Not surprising, but just...
It can be I think it was not surprising. It was appalling.
Yeah.
But it wasn't surprising. And that's really the point here. This isn't a one-off. This is part and parcel of who Donald Trump is and what his political project is. It was based, remember what he said when he came down
to me, it's
escalator.
It's like the Willie Horton ad, but in modern times and social media.
Part of the nature of Trump's politics is that he's taken Willie Horton ads out of the closet and he's made it mainstream by articulating it himself. And that's one of the things people have to decide is well, whose problem does that solve? What does it do for a country to have a leader who casually smears people in racial terms for his own political gain? And by the way, I feel terrible for the parents of that young man whose name they asked that we not mention his name. I won't mention his name. But they're clearly struggling with the loss of a child, which is the worst thing that you can ever deal with. And, to see politics drag them and their grief through the public square is another disgusting thing.
It's horrible. And,
you shall not be named. Yeah. Same energy.
Things are just kind of in plain sight obvious. Donald Trump doesn't care about anybody but himself.
God, dude, I can't get over how bald Van Jones is. He does not have a single follicle. It's impressive how bald he is. Straight up, it really does look like he foundations that shit and he powders it. It's too smooth. It's too smooth.
Cared about this immigrant crisis, and there are some negative aspects of it. There's not this racist lie he's telling. But it is tough on some of these communities to have new folks coming in. That is disruptive.
Maoist.
He cared about it.
Stop. Haitian American chatter here. Trust me when I say we didn't want to come here at all. The only reason we are is because every other country around Haiti didn't want to accept Haitian immigrants, so they came to America. We literally had no choice. America and other countries have fucked up Haiti so much. Yeah. Think about how many Americans currently... Sorry, my brain was trying to think too hard. Believe me, thank you for the gift sub. Think about how many Americans don't want to leave the state they're in. Think about the fact that you can get a job offer that requires you to relocate to another state that will pay you twice as much. And you're like, I just can't do it, dude. I just can't. I have all my friends here. I have all my family. I know my day-to-day life here. I know my grocery store. I know my mailroom. I know all this shit. I know the vibes here, the culture here. And this is within the United States. You don't even have to get a new passport. You don't even have to get new citizenship. There's nothing crazy that's happening. You're more like just moving to a different part of the country. And people don't want to change states. People will refuse to leave their state because they don't want to leave their state. Because that's their state. That's their fucking city, dude. They don't want to leave.
We could have fixed it this spring. There was a bill that was negotiated in good faith between Republicans and Democrats to get something done, and he blocked it. So he's actually, it's his border crisis. It's his, all that pain and suffering is happening is at his foot. And then also, he talks about fentanyl, and they want to beat us up on that. I lost one of my closest friends to fentanyl. We could have stopped a lot of
my
that. There would
God.
be a lot more fentanyl testing strips down at the border right now if Donald Trump hadn't stood in
I
the
thought you
way.
said right
So this is a man
now.
who's inflicting pain on the country. He's hurting people. He's making these small towns suffer so that he can become president and stay out of jail.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the most important point. He was clear with Republicans, do not pass this bill because it will only help Democrats. We want the issue. And so the question is, do you want an issue or do you want to solve problems? And, his values and his preferences are very clear.
Aaron, you're not working with the Trump campaign still, but is this, if you were, is this a story you would want everyone talking about the day after the debate?
Absolutely not. There are so many other things that should be being talked about. You can talk about the strain on resources in communities, not only in places like Ohio, because as Trump and Republicans have said, every community is a border community because of the failures at the southern border. You can talk about how it's happening in Texas and Ohio, and these communities need more resources, and we need to do that. And one thing I will say to Van's point about fentanyl, I do want to remind viewers that back in 2017, there was a major bipartisan piece of legislation that was passed when Donald Trump was president to fight opioid and fentanyl overdoses, and they were starting to come down until the pandemic, and there was that change. So I just want to be clear, when it comes to overdoses and the work that was being done, I lost my brother to a drug overdose, and so I understand what that feels like, and I remember that legislation very carefully when it came to being able to fight that. We still have those resources available. We can be using those as well right now on that specific topic.
Aaron Perini, Van Jones, David Axelrod, thank you all. Appreciate it.
Is the fentanyl in the room with us right now? Every time anyone brings up fentanyl, I lose my mind, dude. I lose a little bit of hope. Just a teeny weeny little bit of hope. This article also was really interesting, that I thought was like a worthwhile article that was cool. It's from The Guardian. It says Haitian immigrants actually helped revive a struggling Ohio town, and then neo-Nazis turned up. I'm going to skip the areas about the headlines about Trump saying the cats and dogs thing. And I want to skip ahead to this part here. That hasn't prevented Republican Party politicians from scapegoating Springfield's 15,000 Haitian immigrants as Trump and others attempt to propel immigration to the center of their fall political campaigns. In addition to Tuesday's debate, Trump held a news conference Friday, which he rambled without evidence about how Haitians had descended on Springfield and destroyed the place. When Haitian immigrants began trickling into Springfield to work in local produce packing and machining factories in 2017, some thought the new residents could help the city regain its former vigor as a once thriving manufacturing hub. Once home to a major agricultural machinery companies in the mid-20th century, Springfield has lost a quarter of its population since the 1960s. They came to us for one reason. They were looking for ways to find out how to work. Casey Rowlands, executive director of the St. Vincent de Paul Society Springfield chapter, said of those who came to the Ohio city from Haiti. So we got together immigration lawyers and interpreters to figure out how to help them work. We're getting them online, getting them to apply to work permits. We wanted workers here in Springfield, and they want to work. Haitians and immigrants from Central America and Central American countries have been in high demand at Springfield's Dole Fresh Vegetables, where they're hired to clean and package produce and automotive machining plants, whose owners were desperate for workers due to a labor shortage in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. New Caribbean restaurants and food trucks have opened across South Springfield, where once abandoned neighborhoods are now bustling with residents. A popular Haitian radio station has been broadcasting for several years, and every May, thousands turn out for the Haitian Flag Day that's celebrated at a local park. But the glut of new arrivals has also stretched hospitals and schools in the area, angering many locals who resented their presence. The outrage reached a crescendo last August when an 11-year-old boy was thrown from a school bus and killed after its driver swerved to avoid an oncoming car driven by a Haitian immigrant who didn't even have an Ohio driver license. The child's death fueled anger and racism on Facebook at Springfield City Commission meetings where public comments about immigration have often run for more than an hour. Locals upset by the growing immigration community wondered if they were being taken over, if Springfield had become ground zero for the baseless Great Replacement theory. Soon, right-wing extremists seized on Springfield's unrest. Armed neo-Nazi members of Blood Tribe, a hardcore white supremacist group, according to the Anti-Defamation League, flew flags bearing swastikas and marched through a prominent downtown street while a jazz and blues festival was taking place nearby in August. One witness to the march who declined to be interviewed by The Guardian due to fearing for their family's safety after being doxxed by the right-wing extremists online, reported that the members of the group pointed guns at cars and told people to go the fuck back to Africa. Incredible stuff, incredible. A Springfield police representative, however, appeared to downplay the scene, telling local media the hate group's march was just a little peaceful protest. The police would do that? No. The police would never side with the Nazis. They've never done that ever in the history of ever. They're really good guys, okay? This is fake news propaganda. Several days later, a leading member of the Blood Tribe who identified himself as Nathaniel Hickers, whose real name is Drake Berentz, spoke at a Springfield City Commission meeting. I've come to bring a word of warning. Stop what you're doing before it's too late. Berentz told Springfield's Mayor Rob Rue, crime and savagery will only increase with every Haitian you bring in. Dude, the only thing Haitians are bringing in is like really good food, okay? I don't know if you guys have had Haitian food. That shit is so good. Oh my God, I'm not even going to get into it. Berentz was promptly kicked out for espousing threatening language. Nonetheless, on Thursday, a bomb threat prompted Springfield City Hall, a school, and other government offices to be evacuated. The same group marched in South Dakota and Tennessee this year. Last year, having turned up to protest a drag story time event in Wadsworth, Ohio, where white supremacists gave Nazi salutes and shouted "Seg Heil," the organization allegedly set up a chapter in the state. Last year, Blood Tribe members were driven out of Maine, having attempted to set up a compound and Nazi training camp in the rural northeastern part of the state. What's more likely to be happening? Nazis hate the brown and black people and accuse them of doing things that Nazis accuse people of doing? Or the Nazis are being Nazis? It's hard to tell. It's really, really, really hard to tell. Because it really could be either or. However, the vast majority of Haitians in Springfield are in the U.S. legally through a temporary protected status that's been allocated to them due to the violence and unrest in their home country. Citizens of 16 countries, including Afghanistan and Myanmar, are eligible for TPS. It is not a pathway to U.S. citizenship, and it's valid for only 18 months, at which point it must be renewed by Federal Homeland Security Department for a status holder to remain in the country legally. They are entrepreneurs. They just want to innovate. Rollins said of the Haitian people in Springfield, they just want to work excessively once they are eligible, but many Haitians have been targeted in Springfield. In December, a Springfield man was sentenced to 20 years in federal jail for hate crimes after attacking 8 Haitians earlier in 2023. Last year, the local Haitian church was broken into and damaged twice. Longtime Black residents of Springfield have reported being verbally abused when walking on the city streets, having been confused with the members of the Haitian community. Excellent. The effect is plainly obvious. Normally, when I drive through South Springfield, where a lot of Haitians live, you see people walking on the streets, at the Haitian markets and restaurants. For the past few days, I've seen far fewer people. Rollins said that she has received threats that the St. Vincent de Paul branch would be destroyed for its support of Haitians. People are messaging me telling me that I've destroyed Springfield. We're just trying to help people. Excellent. Excellent. There's a little trailer that goes around the city selling Haitian food. All it says on the trailer is Haiti drinks super spicy $1. It's the best damn food I've ever had. Dude, I want Haiti drinks super spicy $1. I want that so bad. That's sick, dude. What? Oh, God. Yeah, dude. And you know there's so many people that have run with this that have no idea that it was these neo-Nazis that propagated this entire thing in the first place. That it was neo-Nazis that accused the Haitians of eating cats and dogs. That it was neo-Nazis that are accusing Haitians of the Great Replacement theory, even though they're not even on a pathway to citizenship or here illegally. A shocking revelation. But Trump saw it on TV.